Bonnie and Clyde. Frank Wildhorn.
Two living legends, that's what we will be, and that's okay with me.
You critics. You. You for not giving this show a chance. You for judging Frank Wildhorn so unfairly. And you for
prejudging Frank Wildhorn.
Prejudging Frank Wildhorn. You for saying that there are problems with Frank Wildhorn's show when any problems you might have you should take up with the book writers because the music is beautiful and there's no problems. What are the problems? What show did you see? Because the show I saw was amazing. The music is f***ing beautiful.
The music's great.
The music's amazing. And the lyrics are great and like I have all those songs in my head.
And if you aren't a Frank Wildhorn fan, in general, if you're going to generalize like that, it doesn't sound like a typical Frank Wildhorn score. It's very stylized.
Yeah.
In the kind of, there's like a little bit of blues, a little bit of bluegrass, country. It's not like big pop musical ballads that work well in Europe.
Listen, the songs that are written are awesome. The vocal performances are...
Elevate those songs beyond.
All of them.
Yeah.
Every single person. The show is great. It's so good. Let's
talk about some voices.
I don't know how to choose who to talk about first, so we're just going to go in order
of the playbill.
The
first up is Osnes.
Leading lady.
Her voice was bananas.
Oh my god. Listen, this is what I love so much about her voice. Because God knows I love a high belt. And just belting.
Yeah.
And she does it so well. And her voice is so great. And those moments when you have an amazing singer doing some high belting, like, obviously it grabs you and it holds on to you and you're like, oh my god, she's high belting, I love it. But the part that struck me most of all about her singing, which, like, hardly ever happens to me because I love that high belt so much, was the beginning. Like, the first couple lines of her songs. When that song that she sang to Jeremy Jordan when he was like, oh, come on, I want to hear you sing or whatever. Like, the first notes out of her mouth, I literally, like, my jaw dropped and I was like, oh my god, her voice is gorgeous. Just like, I didn't even have words to describe how beautiful her voice is right then.
That's How About a Dance, right?
Yes, How About a Dance? And she's such a great actress.
Yeah.
She's a really phenomenal actress.
She slapped Jeremy Jordan.
She slapped him.
She did.
The first time we saw it, the audience was like into it, and when she slapped him back, we started applauding.
Yeah.
And we like were like, yes!
Hell no!
Hell no!
Sisters!
It was so good also because, like, his character is so... I mean, he is controlling, but his control is also in a lot of ways more, this is going to sound terrible, but more in the way that I think of, like, a cult leader at the beginning, where they're just really charismatic.
Yeah.
And you just fall in love with them.
Yeah.
But then when he hit her, well, he first, like, shoves her out of the way in that scene. And you see it on her face.
And everybody's like,
it changed it for her. Like, in that instant, she was like, did he just shove me? I mean, not like that, but she was like, oh no. Yeah. And then when he hit her, she sort of, like, takes a moment, and then she hits him back, and she's like, you will not hit me.
Yeah.
And that was great to see her power, because in a lot of ways, that the way this story could have been told is like damsel, Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, she still was crazy.
Like, sure.
they're
both crazy. They both should have...
But she chose that crazy.
Yeah. No, that's what I love so much about the show is that character's progression. Because when you meet her, she's like young, impressionable, she's like 13, her father just died, she wants to be a movie star, she wants to escape her life and go to Hollywood, which is like such a relatable concept, I think. And then, you know, she kind of gets pulled in, especially when he's like, when this, you know, handsome young man is like, you look like you could be in movies. And that's sort of like the golden sentence to her, like the golden compliment. That she's like, what? You think I could be in movies? Oh, you know?
What's that you say?
What's that you say? And it just sort of like progresses and she falls in love and yeah.
Yeah.
It just sort of, for her, I think it just snowballed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, there's a point where she tries to leave when she's like, I need to get out of here before I can't get out of here.
Yeah.
And I need to get out now.
But then
she doesn't.
He's like, let's make out. And she's like, okay. Yeah. Pretty much.
Jeremy Jordan. Listen, I want to talk about singing again because I tend to never notice when male vocalists, when it's happening. I forget that, like, I'm like, oh right, men sing too. Like, it's a problem. I know, it's a problem. It's a problem, internet. I have a problem. But when a male voice catches me, it catches me. And his voice caught me. And I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna go to church. Sister. His voice is amazing. I love his voice like I love a lady voice.
Oh, that's like the best compliment Emily could give you.
That is. That maybe sounds horrible, but if you knew me, you'd be like, thank you. His voice is bananas.
Like, shut up. But don't shut up.
Yeah, you want to just singing. Slap him and be like, keep going. Keep going. Oh my God.
Don't stop. Stop. Don't stop.
Oh my God. And
it's like
together.
Stupid.
Oh my God.
It's stupid how good it is. It's so stupid.
You're like, what? Oh my God.
And like those blues notes that he would do, the runs.
Listen, as a lesbian, I will say, kudos to you, Jeremy Jordan. Nice bob. Another thing that I never noticed. Another thing that I'm just like, what?
It's like a special day.
Where Emily discovers that men exist.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what my favorite thing that happened with his body?
What?
When he single-handedly picked her up.
Yeah.
When he was like holding his shotgun in one hand. And like, I do not find guns attractive.
No.
But when she was like holding on to him and he was holding it with that one hand and the way that he was holding that gun, I was like, I was so into it. And then I was like, no, they're murderers. You know what I'll say about the book?
Yeah.
That I think what's really, really great about the book and the way the story is told is that it's not like Dexter. Wherein, when you watch Dexter, there are points where he's like, has a body in the trunk and is speeding down the highway away from the cops. And you're like, get away, Dexter, get away from those cops. No, oh no, don't get caught. You're like, you sympathize with them because you kind of see where they're coming from and the poverty and the depression and it's hard out there. But at each point when they're in a situation where killing ends up where they end up killing someone, you are not on their side in that moment. You are like, stop yourself. Except for when he kills his rapist. I was totally on his side for that.
That's self-defense.
Yeah. Melissa Vanderschiff.
She's amazing.
Oh my God.
Her voice is also stupid. Everyone on this show has a stupid voice.
Stupid.
Just amazing.
Oh my God. Her voice is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I can't even. If they do not make a cast recording of this show, I will picket something. I will write letters to someone.
Frank Wildhorn.
Oh. What?
I don't know what else to say about her.
Besides that I love her.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Can't wait to see her in something else.
I know.
She's fabulous. Her voice, acting, all of it. Comedy. Genius. They deserved so much more.
It just never got a fair chance. And I think there are worse shows that got and I mean this is even better than worse shows. You know what I mean? But there are much worse shows that got more of a chance.
Me too.
'Cause you love who you love, and you can't help how you're made. You don't have no say, your heart decides. It's that simple, I'm afraid.
Acting, singing, body.
Body.
Body, yaddy, yaddy.